Match today in Raid Shadow Legends. It is time to open not one, not two, but 301 ancient shards. Let's start with one lucky ancient shard. Let's start with a legendary right out the gate.
And here we go.
Stupid. Boom. Okay, we'll take an epic. We'll take an epic. Durandi. What does the Durandi do again? He's got an AoE ignoring defense. He's got a single target ignore defense. So not a bad, it looks like epic force affinity nuker. Guys, welcome to the channel. Hopefully it finds you all doing well here. The first shard opening of 2023. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of legendaries. And we're going to go ahead and donate $100 per legendary to Against Malaria. Starting out with a cherry that means a lot to me. It's the best way to save lives in this world. Again, listen to that. For $1, £1, €1, you can save a life. That is truly incredible. Over 400,000 people die of malaria every single year. You can save lives with a simple insecticide mosquito net to protect them. Today, we're gonna go ahead again and pull a lot of shards. Did you guys pull for this event? I'm sure a lot of you guys did who are going for the fusion. Let's see how many legendaries we get, guys. And we have a lot of shards, so I'm not going to go through all these champions, but I am going to play the would I max this champion game for epics and legendaries. Cagebreaker, Chancellor Yasmin, and Hope. I probably wouldn't max any of them right now, although Chancellor Yasmin and Hope are kind of worth consideration, I would say. Okay, next up. And if I see any rares that I love, I'll point those out along the way, such as Gnarlhorn, one of my favorite rare champions in the game. Very, very good champion with the guaranteed provoke and increased defense on himself on a 3-turn cooldown. Nazana is pretty good as well. She has an AoE, she has an ally protect, and then she has an AoE decrease attack on her A3. So I like Nazana. I don't like Gory at all. Corpulent Cadaver is notable because he's on the best clan boss team in the world, the Infinity Shield team. Caden's not bad for a double reviver on a 5-turn cooldown. Also an AoE decrease attack. I would max out Caden. Wuji's actually not too bad.
Wait a minute.
Really? Blow me.
With an AoE block buffs. Pretty hard hitting as well, pretty cool. And the perfect veil and a counterattack on herself, which leads into more weakens big version on the A1. Kind of an underrated Shadowkin champion in my opinion. So both epics, I think if you need them, I would say maybe worth booking out. Vagabond, the most disgusting champion in the game. That's right, the most disgusting champion in the game. Because, I mean, look at that. I don't even know what's going on with this red dot on her forehead. It's weird. And then she's got the baby dead over here, more babies dead over here, and more baby skulls in the old backpack. No big deal. Relic Keeper, nah, pass. Seneschal, pass. Abyssal's pretty cool. Put him in a stun set. AoE on the A1. Apothecary, great critical healer. Stern Artemage, pass. Vergis, I am maxing. And Yaga, the Insatiable, is going right in the trash. Although you could use him as a very, very, very budget Sand Devil early stage solo champion because of the poison on the A1, but you'd have to really build up his HP and put him in a regen and immortal. And again, even that would be for the early stages. Excuse me, I'm choking up here talking about Yaga.
Relax and take notes.
I'm not a big fan of the champion, guys. I'll be right back when I make room. All right, guys, we're right back at it. 250 to go. We got plenty of ancients still in the bank. Let's cash them in for the legendary gold, please. Chancellor Yasmin again, another Yaga and the Insatiable. What's going on here, man? And Lordly Legionary, I am not a fan of either of those, although Chancellor Yasmin does have a buff removal, which isn't too bad on her A3 ability. Scabrius, okay. Bloodfeather, all right. Pretty not that great. Dark Aethel, I'm not a fan. Soulbound Bowyer, I'm actually more of a fan of her than all of those epics personally. Some people like Dark Elhain, though. Some people like her. Rector Drath, definitely maxing him out.
Just 1 minute of silence.
I am a female!
Reviver, Veils, Heals, you name it, she's got it. And then very fast, too. Very fast champion. Skullcrusher, of course, an auto-max, his counterattack on his A2, one of the 3 counterattack champions in the game. And then Chromac, I don't know, he's going to decrease defense. He's going to increase accuracy on this champion. Decrease speed, nah. I'm probably passing on Chromac, the high peak. One of the more underwhelming rares, in my opinion, at least, out of the new Sylvan Watchers faction. Abstract the Winder, I'm actually a big fan of that champion. I think he's worth maxing. He's got a really nice support ability here on the Strengthen, on the Strengthen block debuffs here. Big version of Strengthen on an epic champion, not too bad on a 4-turn cooldown. And then we have the AoE freeze, HP burn, and then that really cool passive. I'm definitely maxing him out. He's a beast in Spider. He's got heals. He's got turn meter fill. Very compelling epic champion. One of my faves out there. One of the more underrated in my opinion. All right, we got Romero. Man, I'm still passing on Romero right now. Then we have, what do you have, like 5 more? Okay, 200. Let's just open 5 solos and then make room again. So 100 down Not one legendary. I like what Plarium's doing here. They're trying to help my audience retention on this video, waiting all the legendaries to give me at the end of the video. Very, very cool, Plarium. Thank you so much for doing that.
That's a damn lie.
We have Hellfreak, and then we have one more here. I'm gonna get the cat out of here, man. You want to say hi? You want to say hi to you, audience, Fern? She's still going. She's still going strong, Fernie the cat. I asked you guys if I should get a cat for my son, and the majority of you guys said yes, and
I don't like any of you.
Okay, let me make room. I'll be right back. All right, guys, 195. I'm ready for the legendaries, man. Let's get the Legos. Come on, dude. I want to like, oh, there we go. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Helicat! Welcome to the team. Dude, he is a boss. Not only is he a boss, but he's got the purple flaming hands. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Helicath with no feet. The no feet Helicath. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. When you're that strong without any feet, much respect. We've got the block damage. We got the block, increased defense when the block damage is off on a 4-turn cooldown. We get an amazing shield based on defense on the A2 defensive base champion. And then we have the counterattacks. And then we have the weakened big version on the A1. I love Helicath, one of the best fusions of all time. And by the way, I'm also booking Royal Guard. There's one legendary that's $100 to charity, guys. Lodric Falconheart, I'm probably passing on maxing out Lodric, unfortunately. New tournament position number 1. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get another Lego here, guys. Let's get another one. Okay. Okay. And okay, that's not Legos. That's a bunch of blues. Lady Atessa, they buffed her. Still not worth maxing. One of the least compelling ally attack champions out there for epics, certainly. High Katoon is definitely worth maxing. Still the god of speed there with for early game especially, and mid game, and can really even be used in the end game. And you get her for free after 30 days, so not even necessary to pull from a shard. But I would definitely, I made a video a while ago talking about the first 3 champions that I would 6-star max out if I was a new player, and she was the 3rd in line in 30 days. You know, I think new players should be maxing their first epic or working on maxing their first epic, and that would be, again, High Katoon. Magnar is absolutely, with the percussive pound ability, worth maxing out. I think he's my favorite. I think he's tied with Genbo the Dishonored for my favorite epic nukers out there inside the game. Awesome to get Helicat, though. Just really can't wait to empower that champion. Certainly a beast. Anybody out there who has Helicat, you know what I'm talking about, man. You can lean on that guy pretty much everywhere. Really, really fun. All right, guys, after this one, I'm going to make room, and I'll be right back, and I'll see you in a second. All right, guys, here we go. 142 left. We've gotten one legendary, and he's a pretty good one, so I can't complain. I think it's time for lightning round, guys, because I smell a lot more legendaries in my future. Just not this time. Romero, we already mentioned we would not max him out. However, I've got to be real, though. I did use him in Faction Wars on my account in the early days, and he was helpful as a healer. Tasu, definitely worth maxing here. Sakara, meh. And Phylia.
Forget it.
Not a bad champion, but I don't think she's an auto max for me, at least. What about you guys? I actually have not maxed her out personally, so I'm down to be corrected by you guys in the comments below. Marksman, no thank you. Infernal Baroness, not a bad champion here, an AoE here and an AoE there, and then a perfect veil on an A3. Good in a stun set, especially for demons spawn Faction Wars. I leaned on her a lot as well, kind of in the early game when I was struggling there. Carlina, I think, is a pretty decent champion. Apothecary, we already talked about. Where are my legendaries?
I sense tension and anger.
Lightning round on the next one here. Okay. My Eclectic Police Ornn is not bad. Necrohunter, not good. Mausoleum Mage, one of the best champions. I just want to remind you guys, increased defense, increased crit rate, block debuffs, and a cleanse, and a heal, and decreased speed on an epic champion. That is amazing. Really, really good. Okay, let me go ahead. We have a couple more batches here. I'm still waiting on, like, I thought for 300 shards, we would be just rolling in legendaries. So far, that's not exactly the case. Be right back, guys. Anax, not bad, worth maxing, good and underrated clan boss champion. All right, guys, 90 left. Here we go. I want all the legendary. Give me a new Lego, one of those new legendaries. You know what? While we're at it, give me a Calvalax, huh? Rask, still worth maxing. Still a really, really, really good healer. Here we go, here we go, here we go! Candyman! one of my favorites. I just put out a video talking about this dude. My favorite Go Second nuker in the game, at least in the conversation there. Butcher's Glee, one of the best arena nukers in the game, one of the best arena nukes in the game. This dude does 40% more damage while under Veil or Perfect Veil, and he receives 40% less damage while under Veil or Perfect Veil. Boosts his turn meter by 15% each time he receives damage while under a Veil or Perfect Veil, and places a Perfect Veil on this champion for 1 turn each time an enemy's turn meter is filled. This buff is protected, cannot be removed. And a bunch of self buffs on the A3 as well, including another Perfect Veil. Candyman is a boss. I'm sure we've all experienced it in the arena. That Butcher's Glee, the animation haunts my nightmares. Boom! Just smacking everybody down. Masamoto, Defiled Sinner, and Gorgorab. Gorgo is still worth maxing, I think, in the early game. Maybe a little bit of power creep there on that champion, but still serviceable in the arena, serviceable for a reviver for progression. So far, nothing too exciting other than that, but 2 really, really good legendaries. Excuse me, 3! Make it 3! Boom! Michinaki, 3 very good legendaries! Now things are picking up, boys and girls! Michinaki is a beast! One of the best Hydra damage dealers inside the entire game. On the A1, HP burn. On the A2, AoE, decrease defense, decrease attack if they're under Hex. Don't worry, he's bringing the Hex on a 3-turn cooldown along with removing all buffs from each target. And then this is the best part of his kit. Whenever an ally attacks an enemy under Hex debuff, this champion has a 50% chance to join the attack and uses HP burn on the A1, getting more damage. He's defensive based. He's got decreased defense. He is a boss of a champion. So much damage. Really excited to get another Michinaki on my account, guys. Be right back. Let me make room one final time. All right, guys, let's claim our rewards. Heck yeah. And go right back to the final group of shards here. So I have to say, not a million legendaries, but 3 really, really good ones. And I'd rather have good legendaries than a bunch of mediocre pulls, right? We have Senesha, we have Durandil. Senesha, good. Durandil, okay. Next up, we have, okay, Jotun, meh. Deke, yes. Deacon Armstrong, obviously an auto max champion. He's got the extra turn with a time compression, turn meter fill, turn meter reduction, decreased defense, leech on the A1, speed on the aura. He's got it all, ladies and gentlemen. It's Deke. And Kalia, I'm a massive fan of. Flame Tempest does a... Actually, Kalia, I'm not a massive fan of. Take it all back. I take it all back. I was thinking of Alika. Not a fan. Kalia, even after a buff, I'm still not a massive fan of. Talia deals a little bit more damage. Missionary, meh. Who else we got here? Hey, one more legendary for the road, please. We got a Fairnox. We got Gory. We got another Deke. We got another Rector. And 10 more here, guys. Let's do it. Make him good. One more legendary. Let's go. There it is! We called it!
I'm rich.
It's the Statue of Liberty! Shemnath! Dude, that makes the video, man. I love this champion. Very, very cool. Decreased defense on the A1. Transfers debuffs to a random enemy on the A2. You can read the rest, but it's really the humbled and broken ability. And did you see the animation for this ability, guys? When she does the attack, it's like, boom, the staff just emanates the damage. It's really, really cool. Anyway, Humbled and Broken attacks all enemies 2 times. First hit removes all buffs. Second hit, ignore 20% of the target's defense against targets that have no active buffs, which they don't because we just removed them. A lot of damage, great nuker, and removing buffs before we go in. Very cool, and she increases champion's accuracy by 10 for each buff on each enemy, increases crit damage by 5 for each debuff on each enemy, stacks up to 100% extra crit damage. Really, really cool champion. That's 4 amazing legendaries. Candy, Helikath, Shemnath, and Candy, Helikath, Shemnath, and why am I an idiot? Who did I just pull? And dude, this is what happens when you get old.
Original.
Give me one more here, guys. One more. Oh, okay. What? Everybody right now is screaming. Blah, blah, blah. Ash. It was a nuker, right? Was it a nuker? Let me see. Who is this champion? Who is this other legendary that I can't remember? Man. Candy Shemnath Helikath. What? Oh, Michinaki!
This is fine.
Michinaki! All right, guys, that's going to do it for the video. That's $400 for charity. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I appreciate you guys. And as always, take care, guys.